the way they're able to actually unlearn being quiet and small and unlearn that forced ladylike behaviour is so beautiful to behold.
Everybody ready to have a good time? Are we ready for some wrestling? The 4-ring contest is set for 1 fall. Introducing first.
I've noticed women in wrestling, people were saying they weren't as good as the men because they weren't being given the platform to perform like the men. They were being given maybe one match a show if they were lucky, and I wanted to provide a platform for them to be able to really reach their full potential. Pro Wrestling Eve, we are a feminist company. We're an all-women's pro wrestling promotion. People have the misconception that wrestling fans believe it's real, whereas every wrestling fan knows it is a performance in its own right, and it's a wonderful type of performance to watch live, and it's a brilliant event. I started watching wrestling when I was 6 years old. There were all these bright colours, and there were these big, larger-than-life characters, and there were heroes and villains battling it out, and it just drew me in. I started training to be a wrestler when I was 19. I did a year's worth to see how the industry works, learning it from the beginning, and then I was able to see where my real interest and passion was, being able to use wrestling as a medium and run events myself.
That's why I started this. I wanted you to all have a platform, and I wanted you to have the opportunities that the guys get, because it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to me for all of you to be able to get this.
I had a breakdown 6 years ago, and I was in hospital for 3 months. I always thought I was just a bit quirky, and I knew I had big numb periods in my life, and I lied on every single test because I didn't want to be weak. By the time I realised that maybe I did need a doctor's help, it was too late for them to be able to analyse it was bipolar. Thankfully, with the medication I'm on, I'm still me, I'm still quirky Emily, and I do still have ups and downs like any normal person would, but I don't ever go that high and I don't ever go that low, and that's really helped me get my life together. We decided to relaunch Eve to help give me purpose again, because we've been able to establish that we're a brilliant show in itself. We're now able to talk about women's rights, and we're able to take on even things like mental health. I think it's worth pushing and aiming high and going for that. We just put on Europe's biggest ever all-women's wrestling show, and it was incredible. Such a great audience, a great atmosphere, who were emotionally involved and connected to these women who were superstars. They just were the show for once, not just a small part of an event. We began the Eve Academy, our women's training school, in February of this year. The way that everyone has bonded and come together, and the way that the women are able to use the training to just work on their own self-confidence and their self-belief. The way they're able to actually unlearn being quiet and small and unlearn forced ladylike behaviour is so beautiful to behold. It really is.
The first thing that people say when they hear wrestling is that it's fake. What I've found is it's like one of the most real experiences and spaces that I've ever been privileged to be in, really. And I think wrestling taught me to be an advocate for myself, and how to have strength and purpose for my body as a woman, which I'm so used to people judging me for the way I look. So I found it so empowering and freeing. I'm a massive E fan, so I'm just trying to give props to them wherever I can. I think they should have their own TV show. I just believe in what they do. I think it's so beautiful, and it's really rare to see so much heart in something anymore.
Kate was talking about Glow coming up, so I sent her a link to our show reel just saying this is where women's wrestling is now and this is what we've got going on. And so immediately she was saying, I want to come along to the show, and she loved how finally women had control and it wasn't stereotypes, and that element of sexism with what we were doing was gone.
We need to just carve out spaces for women in all areas, because we're still fighting for rights and to be taken seriously in many ways.
Running Eve helps my mental health because it's making me believe in myself again. It's helping me feel like a stronger person and know that in my own way I'm fighting to make a difference, and that I'm helping to provide strong women as role models, not just through myself but through the product I'm making. Wrestling is an unusual form of entertainment, and once you've seen it and once you're falling in love with it, it has to be wrestling, you get that fix.